report on air pollution index has revealed that some 42,000 individuals succumb to the worsening air pollution in Nepal annually. The scenario might still look like the tip of the iceberg, as an estimated 7 million people worldwide are killed every year by air pollution. Air pollution, therefore, is fast turning into a silent killer, as Nepal is listed in the 16th position among the 131 countries with the worst air pollution record. The onus is on the state and general public alike as we head into a bleak future in the wake of the air pollution triggered by climate change, global warming, among other factors. Good evening, I am Amar Singh Pradhan, and these are the headlines of the hour. The Home Ministry's role deemed suspicious in the name of managing Bhutanese refugees. Middlemen arrested, but efforts underway to reprieve high-profile officials. General public deprived of right to basic health care, lack of health staff in all 7 provinces, health insurance program lackluster. Experts claim the government's common minimum program cannot alleviate the gloom over national economy, play ambitious government projects. And Nepal take on Vietnam in the Paris Olympic qualifiers 2024 in the second leg at the Dassault Stadium tomorrow. A better so anticipated from Nepal after first leg dropping. Priorities of the 2 common minimum programs introduced by the government in the span of 3 months are largely of similar nature. However, the new CMP introduced by the government following the change in the political equations has a different ranking of priorities for included programs. The previous program, prepared by the high-level political mechanism led by CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli, had stressed on service delivery, while the new CMP has prioritized protection of the Constitution and implementation of federalism. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal-led government has issued 2 CMP on the 9th of January and the 6th of April. While Dahal has remained the Prime Minister since assuming office, the political dynamics has changed. CPN-UML, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, Rashtriya Swatantra Party and Janmat Party have quit the government, which led to the entry of Nepali Congress, Loktantrik Samajwadi and Nagrik Unmukti into power. Impact of this change has been seen in the CMP of the government. 9 topics have been prioritized in the common minimum program issued on the 6th of April. First priority of the common minimum program is to protect the Constitution, ensure required amendments, development, strengthening of republicanism and implementation of federalism. The first priority of the previous CMP was citizenship and the identity of Nepali nationals. The government has assured of endorsing the act related to citizenship within 6 months after the government gains a full seat. This priority has been taken from the previous common minimum program without any changes. However, there does not seem to be any relation regarding the government gaining a full SAPE and the citizenship bill. The previous common minimum program had assured of providing the national identity card to all Nepali citizens within a year. However, this arrangement has been removed in the new common minimum program, which has added the topic of relation between the government information mechanism. Meanwhile, terminologies have been changed in the new common minimum program regarding conclusion of remaining works of the peace process and transitional justice, along with curbing corruption and taking action against those found guilty. The previous common minimum program had promised of endorsing a dozen new acts related to citizenship, civil service and education from the first session of the House of Representatives. The new common minimum program states that required acts would be endorsed at the earliest and does not mention the time frame. Meanwhile, implementation of time card to ensure ease in government service delivery matches with the previous CMP. Amendment of laws to ensure justice for the victims of loan sharks is a new provision in the latest common minimum program. The role of officials of Home Ministry has been deemed suspicious in the name of third country relocation of Bhutanese refugees. Even as 4 middlemen who had played the role of making fake Bhutanese refugees were arrested, a political game plan is underway to cover for the high-profile officials at the Home Ministry. A police investigation by the Valley Crime Division has retrieved a card distributed to some individuals which exposed the multi-million rupees racket. Although the actual number of such fake identity cards is not known, Regan Gurung, Ram Acharya, Mahesh Karki and Tek Mainali, among others, have received fake identity cards. The police sources have claimed that they are not genuine witness refuses. The middlemen Kesab Dulal, Sanu Bhandari and Tek Gurung have already been arrested. Meanwhile, efforts have now been underway to reprieve high-profile Home Ministry officials who have been alleged in the case. A committee under former Joint Secretary Balkrishna Panthi in June 2021 had recommended a list of 429 individuals, citing that the names were missed during the verification. The Home Ministry accordingly had corresponded with Chief District Officers in Chhapa and Morang to implement the decision. Investigations have already revealed that all the 429 listed individuals are not genuine witness refuses. Ram Bahadur Thapa and Balkrishna Kand were the Home Ministers during this time, while Maheshwar Neupane and Teknaran Pandey were secretaries. The group involved in the scam had collected between 2.5 million to 4.5 million rupees from the fake witness refuses. With the objective of facilitating access to health services for the public, the government had initiated the health insurance program 7 years ago. A total of 6.5 million citizens have joined the program. However, the access to health services is yet to be facilitated. With 30% of them yet to renew their insurance, questions have surfaced regarding the need for the program. The program, which began from Kailali 7 years ago, has now expanded to 748 local levels of 77 districts. Annual payment of 3,500 rupees by a family of 5 members provides them free treatment of up to 100,000 rupees for each member. Additional payment of 700 rupees per person ensures them treatment of up to 200,000 rupees. A total of 455 private, government and community health institutions are affiliated with the program. However, the public are yet to feel any respite because of difficulties in access and procedural hassles. As per the Insurance Act issued 5 years ago, each Nepali citizen is required to join the health insurance program. However, the program has not even begun in 5 local levels of Kathmandu and Lalitpur metropolitan cities. While 6.5 million citizens have joined the program so far, around 30% of them have not renewed their membership in the ongoing fiscal year. The Health Insurance Board has also not released funds to the health institution for the insurance program. The board is yet to release 3 billion rupees to the hospitals. Health services are fundamental rights of the public, but complications in operation of the board and hassles in service delivery have led to the inefficient implementation of the insurance program. The Ministry of Health and Population has said that inadequate investment in the health sector has increased challenges in retaining the accomplishments. At a program organized by the Department of Health Services to mark the World Health Day, the ministry said that low budget allocated for the health sector has added challenges in protecting past achievements in the sector. The ministry has added that high expenditure in treatment was increasing the population under the poverty line. In the ongoing fiscal year, the government had allocated only 5.75% share of the total budget in the health sector. A study has shown that air pollution causes 42,100 deaths in Nepal every year. According to the study published by the Ministry of Health and Population and the USAID on the occasion of the World Health Day, 42,100 individuals had lost their lives in Nepal in 2019 because of air pollution. Of them, 5,080 were the residents of the Kathmandu Valley. Based on the report of the Air Quality Monitoring Center, as of the 4th of March 2022, Nepal ranks 16th in the list of polluted countries among 131 nations. According to the study, 66% of the deaths related to pulmonary problems in Nepal are caused by air pollution. A pair of artificial lungs was also installed at the Ministry of Health and Population on the occasion of the World Health Day today. And in our Public Voice segment, we have asked about their opinion on the Common Minimum Program introduced by the government for the second time in 3 months. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public Voice.
खोकलो नीति र चुनावी एजेन्डा मात्र बनाएको छ
सरकारले गर्छ भन्छ कहिले गरेको होइन कहिले पुरा गर्दैन
कार्यान्वयन भएको पक्षमा मात्रै राम्रो हो
लागू गर्ने भनेर त भन्नुहुन्छ लागू हुँदै हुन्न
यिनले चाहिँ गर्ने व्यवहार एउटा भाषणमा बोल्ने एउटा
कागजी हिसाबले त राम्रो छ अब कार्यान्वयन कस्तो हुन्छ त्यो हेर्नुपर्ने हो
सीमा पनि अब जाँदाखेरि कति फर्मालिटिजहरु पुरा गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ
यो जनतामा पुग्नु पर्यो के यो कागजमा सीमित नहुनु पर्यो
कार्यक्रम लागू हुनु पर्यो
And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it text us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And let's take a look at your response to yesterday's question. And yesterday we had asked you what should be done for the safeguarding of endangered languages. 33% voted for option A, initiation of language commission. 11% voted for option B, include in academic curriculum. And 56% voted for option C, practical use. And here is today's question. And the question is, what should be done to make health insurance program more effective in the country? Your options are option A, awareness about health insurance, option B, hassle-free procedures, and option C, effective monitoring. The voting is on. Type in AWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And we have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. And now time for sports update.
Sports news.
Nepal's national women football team is scheduled to play Vietnam in the second leg of the Asian qualifiers for the Women's Olympic football tournament. Vietnam had humbled Nepal 5-1 in the opening fixture. Host Nepal's chances of a win look meager against Vietnam, who are set to feature at the Women's World Cup. Nepal coach Anantaraj Thapa has said that Nepal will display an improved performance in the second leg. Nepal will require the least of a 4-0 win in tomorrow's match to progress further in the tournament. However, Thapa acknowledges the fact that producing a result of such magnitude against Vietnam would be very difficult. He added that the second match will be an opportunity to make amends on errors committed in the previous clash. Nepal had conceded a few goals because of their own errors, while forward Sabitra Bhandari had scored a late consolation goal. The match, which will be played at the Dutt Stadium, is slated for a 6 p.m. kickoff Nepal time. International journey of the women's national football team of Nepal began 4 decades ago. However, they have been regularly featuring at international tournaments only since 2010. Following their return to international football, women's national team has been doing well. With increased number of teams for the FIFA World Cup 2023, hopes were high for Nepal's qualification to the tournament. However, Team Nepal has been limited to South Asia, and the recent crossing defeat to Vietnam has come as a reality check. The women's national football team had progressed to the second round of the qualifiers of Tokyo Olympics. Back then, Nepal had held Myanmar, who were placed 44 places above and had produced brilliant draws against India and Bangladesh as well. However, Nepal failed to repeat the heroics in the second round. In the absence of good training, adequate exposure and required facilities, the team could not go further, while large tournaments like Olympics and World Cup were restricted to being dreams. The recent thumping of Nepal against Vietnam has come as a reality bite in this regard. Teams usually compete against stronger sides to identify their strengths and weaknesses. Investment in good coaches and infrastructures is equally improvement. However, despite immense potential in the women's national team, the National Football Governing Body, All Nepal Football Association, has not taken any initiative for their development. While 5-time SAP champions Nepal remain stagnant in their standard of performance, teams like Bangladesh and Bhutan, who relatively were weaker, have gone way ahead. It is imperative for INFA to pay equal significance to women's national team to keep them dreaming of playing the World Cup one day. And up next is weather update. Those were our latest headlines. Up next is News in Nepali. Good night.